We're here.
No, we can go. Let's be fast.
I'm gonna be very fast because I really like what I saw from Aleem.
Okay.
In his fight. Second round knockdown. He looked very good in his fight. I mean, he pitched a shutout.
Yeah.
On my scorecard and
easy work.
I stopped scoring. I just knew that it was nothing that Plania could do with him. A Filipino fighter that just was maybe 2 steps behind him the entire fight. So at 122.
He might have to go up to get some work.
Yeah.
Mark Messiah?
I like that fight.
I'm not ready for Fulton yet. Let's hold off on that.
Yeah.
What Fulton's at 122?
Fulton's at 122.
No, go up to 126 and come back down. Hey, take your time.
But that's the fight that we talked about once upon a time ago, and I just he looks good. I mean, I can't say he has improved or anything like that, but I just think for the athleticism and for the boxing ability, for his ability to change the control, the range and the distance and everything, man, I really like Ruiz-Ortiz. I don't know what's missing at this point to say he can't beat Stephen Fulton.
It'll be a hell of a fight. It'll be a hell of a fight.
I do think that he would challenge Fulton in a lot of ways because Fulton, somebody that comes to the ring with 1 or 2 strategies and styles depending on what you decide to do. Now you got a guy who's going to do a lot of different things,
and they move him in it like identical.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so and I think that's southpaw against orthodox, but I could be wrong about that. I think Steven is a southpaw, but I think that's a great fight, and I like to see that.
Yeah.
But at any rate, if we don't get that next, Aleem is definitely somebody y'all should be looking at 122. He is a very entertaining fighter and very slick and skillful for what he has. I mean, I know that he is he's limited in terms of his experience, but he looks good, man. Looks good. You know, then we move on to Joey Spencer, Kevin Salgado. This was a really good fight all the way up until about I stopped. See 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You realized who was gonna win?
Well, not only did I realize who was going to win, but a couple of things that I noted about this fight. Remember, let's go back just a little bit to last week. I said Joey's been off of TV, and he hasn't been in the ring since March.
Yes, correct.
We should see a new version of Joey.
Yes.
I said I felt like Joey's been struggling finding his identity in the ring.
Yes.
He wants to counterpunch. He wants to use the shoulder roll. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to have the hands up. He wants to have the hands down. He's trying to move back, then he's trying to go. I just don't think he has his identity, and I think we'll see it in this fight. I thought that for 4 rounds, we saw his identity. And I counted, because I made it, I was very specific in terms of what I wanted to see.
What you gonna do?
My dude threw 12 jabs to the body in the first round without throwing, I think he might have thrown maybe 1 jab to the head. But the first round, he was exclusive with a jab to the body. And so I'm like, okay, let me. What are you trying to set something up? Or are you just establishing the fight at this point? What's going on? But I like that the hands were up, and he looked like he wanted to keep the fight in the center of the ring. So you let me know, hey, I've been training the fight in the center of the ring. I've been training the fight with my hands up and use a good strong jab. This is who I'm gonna be against anybody. It's what I want to see. So the second round, he was consistent. He was compact. Strong first round, strong second round. And I said to myself, okay, for Joey, consistency is the key. If the crowd starts to boo, you're going to lose something. If you touch him and you get something, you're going to lose your structure that you have. Vice versa. If you don't touch him and you feel like you got to start getting desperate for no reason, it's going to cause you to fall out of the structure that you have right now. So I felt like he was very structured. I was really happy with everything that I saw upwards to about 5 or 6 rounds. And I think he started to kind of lose it. He started to fall into the shoulder roll. And again, I got no problem with the shoulder roll, but my thing with the shoulder roll is you have to know how to use it.
Yeah. It's not for everybody. It's
not for everybody. And you can't be both aggressive and defensive with the shoulder roll.
Counterpunching.
You have to be a counterpuncher. And you can't be aggressive so far into the fight and then change and want to be a counterpuncher.
And I see what you say. It's kind of like you're saying, if he finds his Joey Spencer, he could be a problem.
Yeah.
He just has to find Joey Spencer.
I like him being a strong in the middle of the ring fighter.
And when you coming up, did you go through times like that, or you already knew I'm Shawn Porter?
I kind of, my thing, the story. I'm not going to tell the story right now, but I've been aggressive my entire life.
Yeah.
So coming into the pros, we were not changing my fight pace.
Mm-hmm.
We were doing 4 2-minute rounds in the amateurs, and I fought at a 4 2-minute round pace, even though it was 4 3-minute rounds.
Mm-hmm.
And I maintained that pace through 6, 8, 10, and then 12. So I knew my identity. But I've seen out of some fighters, they feel like my pace has to slow down because now I'm going to be doing 12 rounds eventually. Mm-hmm. My pace, and they start to kind of lose who they are. And so I felt like Joey found himself, and then I thought that he found himself kind of, it didn't seem like he got disinterested in the fight, which can happen. Yeah. You're so dominant. You're like,
easy work.
I just want this. Yeah. I just want to get through this night. You know what I mean?
Mentally on cruise control.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like that, but it just, and I really don't mean to knock him. I just felt like he started to lose himself, and I felt like he had found himself. So, Joey, stay in the center of the ring. Stay strong because you are a strong fighter and very explosive too. I don't know how much you got to see of that fight, but I mean, he was explosive when he went after the dude.
Yeah.
There was some boos in the crowd.
Yeah.
You were standing on the back too much.
All right. So this is something that was going around in the house. Joey Spencer's style is tough to fight in LA. They're not for that in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They love your type of and in LA, get to work.
Yeah.
We didn't come here for all this.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't fight, we're gonna fight in the crowd.
Doing your thing, man. I didn't even think about that. I should have wrote that down. Let me write it down now. Because you got to fight a certain way, and you got to fight
certain places.
You got to fight a certain way.
I think me and Carson mentioned it. He needs to stay in the Midwest for now.
Ooh, stay in the Midwest.
How's New York? New York will light you up too? Not like LA.
New York want the excitement.
Not like LA and Texas.
No, not like LA and not like Texas. You ain't never been to a fight in Texas.
So I watched them.
No, you're right though. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
So I thought that he should have been a little bit more aggressive too.
Yeah.
Through the fight, but I think that I saw growth.
Okay.
And at this point, man, he's like I said before, he did win Prospect of the Year, or was like right there in the talks of that. You have to, kind of just get back to what got you to becoming the Prospect of the Year or in the running for that. So, I mean, he looked good. He looked strong. He looked sharp. I did want to see more offense from him. And then I hated to see that he lost kind of the consistency of what he was doing in the early part of the fight. He started to lose that near the second half of the fight.
And then worse gonna worse, in 2023, him and Xander can fight out for Prospect of the Year, 154.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Let's wait on that.